Ebony, happy Monday. So what we getting into today?
All right, hey Autumn, what's going on, Live Squad? I've got a question for you. Here's a question. What percentage of teachers do you think are Black men?
You know what? That's a great question. I don't think I've ever had a Black male teacher. So I'm assuming it's low. I'm going to say 3.2987%. I don't know. I don't know where I got that number from.
And you're still too high. Let the church say what? So just 1.3% of public school teachers are Black men. And that was from a report from 2000 and 2001 that was according to the National Teacher and Principal Survey. And I've always known that the number was low, but I didn't know it was that low. And white women make up the majority with 61%, right? And so in this politically charged climate, and this huge attack on education, I thought it would be important to talk about what is going on with our school system, because there's some far-reaching consequences, and there's an urgent need for more inclusive and equitable education. So I brought a guest with me on, as usual, Mr. Fedrick Ingram. He's with me. He is the Secretary of Treasury for the American Federation of Teachers. He's a former teacher in Florida. God bless that school district. And he's also an HBCU grad, not HU, but Bethune-Cookman. So I wanted to bring him on with me. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Hey, Fedrick. You know what's so funny? I actually had a track scholarship to Bethune-Cookman my freshman year of college. That is so random.
All right.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. I mean, but that number is ridiculous, Fedrick.
Yeah, it is. So let me first say this. I have a unique tie to Howard University. I did not attend Howard, but my daughter did. So my money went to Howard University.
Everybody got an HU Connect. Okay. But let's get down with Black male representation.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are still underserving our students by not making the teaching profession attractive enough for Black males to be in it. You stated a number earlier. Black men across the country make up less than 2% of all of the public school teachers in the state of in the entire country. And specific to Washington, D.C., Black male teachers, according to the Black Teacher Collaborative, make up 1.3% of the educators in Washington.
Wait, Chocolate City? Well,
that's right.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, Fedrick. You being a former Black teacher, what do you believe are the main barriers that deter Black men from pursuing careers in education, and what strategies can be implemented to encourage Black men to enter the teaching profession?
Yeah, so that's a good question. And I believe that there are several obstacles that we have to overcome. One is finance, compensation. Black men want to be able to take care of their family. And going into the teaching profession, that is a very difficult thing to do because of the entry-level salary. And also, as you matriculate through being a teacher, your salary is not commensurate with the time you serve in the classroom. And so Black male teachers, they will come into the profession, but they won't stay in the profession. We lose most of our teachers in the first 3 years of teaching because they start to see a ceiling, not only a ceiling of compensation, but a ceiling of responsibility. And we know that Black male teachers are oftentimes relegated to the discipline at school. And so there's a burnout process with our Black male teachers, because we see a Black man, we believe that they can handle all of the discipline problems in the school. And sometimes that's really not the case, and it's an unfair bias that we have. We have to have more people there who understand the culture and who will teach any student, regardless of their race or background or gender or zip code or socioeconomic status. That's what it's about.
Let me jump in and ask you really quickly. I think we got a couple of more minutes left, but because of this, right? What is the impact of this underrepresentation with Black students and on their experience, and how might this affect their performance and overall well-being? And I know you came with the Federation right during COVID, so you've been able to have, be privy to a lot more information.
Yeah, so it's a profound impact on our young people. There's a saying that says they will be what they see. And if you can't define or see a black male in a heavily responsible type role, then it's very hard to understand that you can be in that role as well. And then the other side of that is that our young people are watching television, and they're watching themselves through other people be persecuted, be killed by police, be ostracized in our communities, and say that we are less than. And so we need these black role models in those critical areas, starting from pre-K all the way through 12th grade, because those are the pivotal years that will shape and mold these young people to be the best that they can be. So we need black male teachers.
Real quick, do you have like maybe one or two policy changes that you think need to shift?
I do. We know where our young people are, and we know that our HBCUs make up 50%. Hear this, 50% of all black teachers in America come from our 105 HBCUs. So we need to double down on our schools of education. We need to double down on those magnet and programs across the country who are going to specifically draw into educators. And we also need to support the federal administration's goal of increasing salaries to all teachers throughout the country, specific to Congresswoman Fedrick Ingram, the American Teacher Act that will raise the teacher salary for all, the beginning teacher salary for all teachers to $60,000 across the country.
I know we have to go really quickly, though. I do want to get like 20 seconds on your reaction to this banning of books across the U.S. That we're seeing over 2,500 books have been banned, many of them dealing with black folk, our experience. Yeah, well, listen, our history is who we are. Our history is going to define where we can go. And so we've got to double down as a community, as African Americans, and speak truth to power about growing books and making sure that our students have all of the accoutrements and all of the books that they need to read and have a full, comprehensive education. Banning books it is not a form of democracy. In fact, it's a form of autocracy where you have the have and have not. And we've seen that before. We saw it in slavery times with Uncle Tom's Cabin. We saw it with To Kill a Mockingbird in the 50s. But now we have to double down and make sure that this banning of books stops, because they're trying to take out our history, and we cannot allow that to happen. Wow, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Fedrick, thank you so much for coming on. Where can people grab more information about you?
Listen, we are on all the social media platforms at American Federation of Teachers, or AFT. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's Facebook, and all in between. So look up American Federation of Teachers. In fact, this Saturday we'll be down in Miami at a rally and protest about book bans that are happening down in my home state of Florida.
Thank you so much for coming on. Thanks, Autumn, for letting me talk about this today. And just for those who don't know, you can find me across social media at Ebony McMorris. Also follow at AURN online. Hit me up. Let me know if there's some issues that you want covered. Until next time, Live Squad.
Bye, Ebony.
Bye. Bye, girl.